how you solve the problem, that matters. Not what you use to solve the problem. You may solve the problem using a product, you may solve the problem using people, you may solve that problem using combination of product and people and some other things, a strategy. All these companies, services companies, differentiate themselves from these three yardsticks: products, people, and strategy.
So sir, if you were to pitch MSIS right now to an investor, what would be your elevator pitch?
See, first of all, I am not looking for any investment, so I haven't pitched and I may not be pitching, but just for the sake of this exercise, we are the power behind 7 unicorns in Silicon Valley. We are the tech power behind many technology companies. We are one of the, I would say, one of the companies which has been growing for the last 5 years. We have achieved all this without raising any money so far from outside, right? And this is for a tech VC, a technology VC. We provide the widest, tech stack coverage of anyone in this market. We go from firmware all the way to the cloud. Now, I know you mentioned about size, scale and all that. The reason I'm not selling that is because, they have seen, some of these guys may have invested in Google or Facebook. We are nowhere close to that scale. But I think what we are doing has all the makings of any big tech powerhouse. We were there when storage was happening at the wire level. We were present at that time. We are now present when storage is happening at the cloud level. So I would say the most adaptable company in this field. Right?
Why did you choose the service sector rather than the product sector?
Well, I think, I had done product companies before. And I can tell you this kind of thing, product, services, this is more in India. It's an Indian phenomenon, I must tell you this. In US, we never look at it like that. Tell me IBM. For a number of years, IBM used to make mainframes, IBM used to make servers, storage, everything. But IBM calls themselves a solutions or services company. Do you know that? Because, at the end of it, what we do is, there is a problem, technology problem, and we solve that problem. How you solve the problem, that matters. Not what you use to solve the problem. You may solve the problem using a product, you may solve the problem using people, you may solve that problem using combination of product and people and some other things, a strategy. All these companies, services companies, differentiate themselves from these three yardsticks: products, people, and strategy.
Can you give an example of this differentiation? I
remember several years ago from one of the CEOs of IBM, he was in a keynote, he was talking about this. So I'm going to just repeat that. So let's say a hospital looking for beds. Hospital is looking to modernize their operations. That they want customer vitals of every patient as soon as the patient is admitted, right? So one way is you make a bed, intelligent bed, and that takes the vitals, right? As soon as a patient is put on the bed and the temperature is taken, blood pressure is taken, all those gadgets are there, and you make a bed and sell them bed. They may not know how to use the bed, and they may be struggling for a year or two before they can find the optimum use of the bed. So even though you have sold the bed, you have done everything, but the patient has not been benefited. Now they call themselves a solutions company, that they may take bed from somebody, the best class bed available from somebody, come up with a strategy how they're going to implement this, and then implement using software and people, right? So they'll take the bed, bring the bed, build the software, they'll give a dashboard, and then have people who will actually set it up so that as soon as the patient comes, his vitals are taken, dashboard gives all the information to the doctor, and the hospital is up and running in few days, right? Now tell me, there is a product, service, it's a problem looking for a solution, and you solve the problem, right? So I feel Indian engineers or Indian markets are making a big mistake, because here you had these big behemoth, TCS, Tata, Wipro, all these things. Service is a bad name. Yet your biggest technology companies in India are technology companies, are services companies, right? Why they're bad? Why do you join them then? Why 500,000 people join Tata if you don't like services company, right? You join them, no? So I think it's a wrong way to look at it. It's a product company, service. No. You should look at how a company is solving the problems, how difficult of a problem company is solving. I'll tell you that in MSIS, we take pride in the fact that we have displaced all the Indian big services companies in many accounts because we go to deep core tech of that problem, deep core of that problem, and use the best technology to solve the problem, which I think we find that other vendors are not doing. So that's why we win against them. Otherwise, we wouldn't find our existence, because we are in a deep technology space. We are not in your IT services. We are in product engineering services, and we are able to solve the problems which others have not been able to solve for the customer. And that's why customer comes to us.